Hey, Magic Makers. I'm Mom Virella.
I'm Yukita Cosplay.
And I'm TJ Peterson. Welcome to Magic Making Mischief. Get your wands to the ready. I don't see wands to the ready.
I got mine.
Okay. Get your wands to the ready because we solemnly swear we're up to no good. Apparently, we're not up to no good because we're not even ready. We're up to and we're up to no good because this weekend is Valentine's Day. So
yes. Somebody beat me to it. Okay.
Cards.
I have a snitch in my hand, so
love is in the air.
Yay.
And today we have special guest, voice artist Brian Mathis. Welcome.
Hi. Howdy.
All right.
So glad to be here.
Brian joining us today on the 6th episode of season 4. Yay.
Love that. And we have our favorite pop-in. We've got Jeremy Vanders. Hello, everyone. There you go. And Jeremy Vanders Wands, makers of beautiful wands since 2024. Oh, Mombi, where's your wand?
Oh,
in Houston.
So, thank you again for our non-sponsored sponsor. There you go. And hello from Greek Cred and John Knight saying hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome to the chat, guys.
Good morrow to thee. Indubitably.
Yay. So, Brian, voice artist.
Yes.
When I first ran into you were at Piney Woods Comic-Con, and I was wheeling around in a wheelchair that year.
That's right.
We had to narrow it down to which injury I had.
That was your timeline. Yeah.
There you go.
Like, okay, which Comic-Con do I know you from? By which injury I had?
Goodness.
Literally, that's how we narrowed it down.
Yeah. Well, we figured it out.
We did.
Yeah.
Okay, but the question is, which characters did you voice? There's lots of characters you voiced, but which ones are you known for?
Yeah, there's a lot. Now we found out recently there's over 170. So
Wow.
That's a lot.
Something like that. I'm known for Monkey D. Garp in One Piece. Elias Ainsworth in Ancient Mangus Bride. Macao in Fairy Tale. What else? The Priest in Black Clover. Admiral Okita from Space Battleship Yamato. 2199. There's a bunch of new ones too. I'm Captain Dunn in Lord of Mysteries, which is a beautiful Chinese anime. The Osan Newbie Adventurer, and a big hit right now is Gashkata, playing the character of Bundus. And so, yeah. And there's a whole bunch of others out there if you want to dig around on IMDb.
I think Attack on Titans and Fairy Tale came up in that list too, right? Somewhere in there.
Yeah, Attack on Titan it's back in there somewhere. It's one of the almost like a cameo. I think I'm in maybe 2 episodes of that. But it's in there. I had that experience with My Hero Academia. I've got a character that I do called Guerrilla Detective, and I think he shows up about every 100 episodes, but he is literally a gorilla in a suit. So Guerrilla Detective.
Gorilla suit.
Goodness.
So I'm waiting for somebody to cosplay him. So
With
Nice.
170 characters, how long have you been doing it?
of which show?
Just
Or-
total.
Voice acting.
Oh, just voice acting for anime. Since 2007. I did my first role with Funimation / Crunchyroll in 2007, a show called Hell Girl.
Okay. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a lot of characters.
It is.
Yeah. I've even had some people come up to me at conventions and said, "Oh, I really enjoyed such and such," and I've just drawn a blank of number one, how obscure. I don't even remember that, but yeah.
It's like,
That's why.
them and go, let me see, did I really do that one? Yeah, no, here it is.
That's why
Yeah.
it's like even the cameos. There's been characters that have caught my attention and stuff that I'm like, oh, I know who that is. You did this person, and it's just one like little part that they probably did sometimes. And they're like, really, that one?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yes. Also, the One Piece is really cool. That's something that me and my husband have gotten into is watching One Piece. So like that's neat.
Yeah, well, Garp is a lot. He is a lot of fun, and anytime I can get to be over the top, like a character like him is so much
Of
fun
course. Dude. That's really neat.
to do. Yeah, yeah.
I think we have a question in the chat right now. Or not a question, but
No.
I know. I get that a lot.
Admiral Garp in real life. There you go.
Thank you.
Gigi says hello. And
Yes.
another
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah, I get that. I get that a lot. I've had a lot of people go, "You should cosplay Admiral Garp," and I said, "I know. It's just a crazy coincidence.
Do
It
it.
is a crazy coincidence."
so was that
mean,
just
you don't
ironic?
cosplay
That,
someone who you actually look like once in your life? Like, come on.
Right.
was that just ironic that you actually look something like the character, or was that planned out? Or no, it was just irony.
No,
That's
it
awesome.
just happened. And because when I went into the booth the first time to record Garp, I didn't know anything about One Piece. I didn't know anything, and I walked in and I go, "This is weird. This guy kind of looks like me with hair." This is kind of cool. So
Nice.
I like this. Do I like this? Do I want to look like this?
What has been your favorite role that you've done so far that you can remember? The most memorable, if you will.
of course, I always have a great time with Garp. Because he's not always just shouting orders and all that kind of thing. He has some levels and some depth to him. When I've performed Elias Ainsworth and Ancient Mangus Bride, that's probably one of the more cinematic kind of roles that I've gotten to do because there's no lip flaps to match.
Okay.
So I have just a little more acting freedom. There's a character that I did in a show with Adam Gibbs called Natsume's Book of Friends. And I played this little yokai character. He's like a cyclops with a little tiny unicorn horn. And his voice is completely different from what I get to do often, which is a lot of, bad guys and dads and generals and mob bosses and things like that. But his voice is way up here, and he sings when he talks, and it's kind of like Jerry Lewis and Liza Minnelli had a baby, and he's a lot of fun. And Jade Saxton directed that, and she knows me really well, and she kind of knows my energy when I'm just kind of being a buffoon with other actors, and she was like, "Yes, you need to do that." So
yes. It's like you match our energy, we like you. Keep going.
Right, keep doing crazy things. She let me do whatever, and she would say things like, "Okay, I kind of want him to sing this," so I would have him sing certain lines, and it would be, I would do it really awfully, just to
Okay.
add more to it. So yeah.
Do
But
you
there's
have
been
any-
a lot of fun ones out there.
Do you have any funny stories about Comic-Cons that you've been to?
Yeah, I always always meet interesting people like yourself. Um, my most recent, probably my favorite Comic-Con story so far is when I was in Columbia, South Carolina this past year, and I had this dad come up to the table with his two kids, and I thought the kids were the ones that were interested in the anime stuff. And this guy, who just a good old boy, and he was great. He was like, "Oh, Brian, I'm so excited to meet you, man. This is a thrill. I love Admiral Garp. I really do." And I said, "Well, thanks, brother. I appreciate the support." He goes, "No, man, you don't understand. I named my sourdough starter after Admiral Garp."
Oh my goodness.
So I was like, "Dude, you win the fandom, man.
I love it.
You are the ultimate fan." So
That's awesome.
Sourdough naming. That's how you know you made it big, when someone
That's
names
right.
their sourdough after you.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, apparently.
That's
We
the
got a
thing.
good question over here, real quick. Have you seen
Okay.
the Netflix One Piece yet? And if so, what do you think of it in comparison to the anime?
I think it's fantastic. I think they did a great job of taking an aspect of a extremely long story and telling the story. I thought they produced it very well, and I've had several fans they'll say, "Well, you should have played Admiral Garp in the TV show," and I'm like, yes, I should have, but I wasn't asked.
Right?
But
Netflix.
I think it's great. I think it's great.
Well, especially considering, the similarities there. They should have definitely just gone ahead and cast
Right?
you in it.
I would have appreciated just an interview for them to go, maybe we should. This is working here. Let's yeah.
Just put a little boop, a little wig.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right
There
there.
you go.
A little bit of gray, spiky hair.
There you go.
Spot on. I mean, they wouldn't have changed the voice at all. Do you have any Comic-Cons coming up?
I do. Let's see if I can remember dates. I'm not sure if I'm going to remember the actual names of the cons, but anybody that's watching will know this. Like,
Do you know up there?
I'm going to be in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, March 7th and 8th at Anime Milwaukee, I think is the name of it. And then I'm going to be in Wisconsin again the next week. I'll be in Eau Claire, if I'm saying it right, Wisconsin, March 14th and 15th. And I will be at Eville Con I think it's in Owensboro, Kentucky. And that is March 21st and 22nd. And then I'm doing my first con in England. Yes.
Nice.
I'm so excited. I'm going to be at Oxford Card Show March 28th and 29th in Oxford, England. So I'm very excited about that.
Fun.
Awesome.
So that's my March. My March is really
Your March
crazy.
is marching through.
My March is a marching. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Yeah. I've got a few others coming up, and I've got some coming up in the summertime in Orlando and Anaheim. So
Cool. Which one in Orlando?
you know what? I don't know the name of that one. I should know the names of I don't have them saved in my calendar by names. And
The only one I know in Orlando is MegaCon. So if that makes you feel any better.
Okay, so I'm going to be in Anaheim. I'm going to be at NostalgiaCon in June 20th and 21st. Yeah,
Love.
and
Nice.
then when is Orlando happening? Oh my gosh, Orlando is not happening until the end of August.
Okay, Ben.
End of August. Oh, let's see. Oh, I also have Kineticon. Kineticon is going to be in July. And I'm also got one in Knoxville, Tennessee, July 11th and 12th. So,
Nice.
yeah. So if you're in any of those areas, please
make the effort. Go out and say hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I should have grabbed one before we started this. I have a brand new Funko Pop that just came out.
Oh,
Ooh.
A Chalice exclusive. It's the Galaxy Impact Monkey D. Garp pop.
nice.
So
Nice.
it's really
Nice.
fun. Yeah. So there's 2 Admiral Garp pops out there. So
Very
Nice.
cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Out more about these Comic-Con stuff on your social medias, which is
yes,
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, correct?
yes.
Okay, now the Instagram is Brian Mathis 17. That's BrianMathis 17 for those who are listening.
There you
That's-
go.
there
We
you- yeah.
do have a cool question down here from Mr. John Knight. Says, "Are you excited for Fire Force final season?" Try saying that 5 times fast.
That's right. That's right. I am excited. Honda, my character Honda, is not. He's not real present in this season, but I know a lot of people are really excited about it. So I'm excited about it. As a matter of fact, I think I'm recording some Fire Force tomorrow,
Nice.
and I think I can say that. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. But yeah. So, and Fire Force is great, and I know it's got a huge following. There's quite a group of people that are really big Fire Force fans. Fire Force fans.
Fire
So that's
Try saying that 5 times fast. Fire I can't.
Fire Force fandom.
Fans.
Fire Force.
Fire Force fandom.
There you go. Finally happened.
nice.
Speaking
Okay.
of difficult things. Oh, you have a question, Saudi.
Yeah. All right. So you've played everything from a stoic captain, basically, right, to a magical Wendigo like mage. But of all your, I mean, I don't know if that's the way to describe it, but
That's okay.
of all your characters, you've done like such a variety. What do you think has been like for you the most challenging character to come up with to do the voice for?
You have the same question I had, so that works.
Was that right? Y'all been checking off my list tonight of questions too. I'm just like, okay.
What's challenging? Gosh, a lot of times I get in the booth and I'll go, so what do you see? How do you see this character sounding and that kind of thing? And they'll just go, it just needs to sound like you. Just be you. I'm like, give me a challenge. Give me something. And I mentioned the yokai character in Natsume's Book of Friends. I mean, he was a challenge too because I really pushed myself to make him different and really take some more risks that I don't normally get to do in anime. But with back to Admiral Garp, not to bring him up again, but the first time that I recorded that, as I said earlier, I didn't know anything about One Piece. And when I got cast, I went into the booth and they said, "Hey, you're going to be doing this new character we're introducing." And I'm like, "Okay, great." I didn't know that he was going to be in everything.
So much.
So much of the show. And so as far as challenge goes, I was looking at him and I was listening to the Japanese and looking at the pictures and reading the dialogue. And I just kind of made this choice about this crusty older guy, because in the moment when we recorded it, the very first time you see him, he is standing up, he's asleep, and he's eating these donuts. So he's like, falling asleep and everything. And so I just kind of made this vocal choice of how I thought Garp sounded. I've been awake for 3 days and blah, 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 whatever I said, whatever his first lines were. And so after we did that first pass, the guys in the booth were like, yeah, we love that. Keep doing that. And I went, oh, wow. I don't know if that was the wisest choice for my vocal health, And so I got through the session, and then I started booking more Garp sessions. I really had to pay attention to how I was manufacturing those sounds, so that I wasn't hurting myself. So that was pretty much a challenge. Yeah, that was probably my biggest one. Yeah.
Oh,
How do
shamelessly so.
as I say, how do you sustain that?
I had to think. I had to start thinking a lot more about support, air support, and vocal technique, and not allowing myself to put too much pressure in this part of the neck and the voice, because when you do that, when you put that kind of stress on your voice, it's like in any kind of thing in your life. If you go to a sporting event, or you have a really scary encounter or something, and you scream, or you whatever, your whole body tenses, and all of that energy and all that tension can go right into the voice, and it can actually cause some I don't know if paralysis is the right word, but it can cause damage, because your voice, your actual mechanism is really tiny. They're really tiny little membranes in there that are beating together like that. So we forget about that when we're talking on an everyday basis. So I had to really think about a lot of technique about really breathing correctly and that sort of thing.
Also diaphragm work. Nice.
Yeah. That's your little
Awesome.
technical thing for today.
That's good. I love that.
Very
Got a
awesome.
good little question over here real quick. Super Happy says, are most of your voice dubs in official studios?
All of my voice dubs have been in official studios. Yes, they've either been at Crunchyroll. I've done a few recordings at Sentai Filmworks in Houston. I've also done some recording for Okratron 5000 in their studios, and also Sound Cadence. The only time that I recorded any anime from home was during the pandemic.
Makes
And
sense.
that was its own bag of challenges. So
Okay.
quite a yeah.
That was a tough time.
Have you done any video games?
I have not done a lot of video games. I would like to do more. So if any casting people are watching, I'd like to do more video games. Yeah, I don't know why that is. It's I've done just a few. Like I can count on one hand how many video games I've done. So let's change that.
There you go.
See? Hoping that video game people listen at this very moment, because I think you'd be missing out if you didn't make a One Piece video game somehow and have him as Captain Garp. I mean, I
Right.
think you're missing out big time. Just
Right.
saying.
Sure. You get your ideas here. Just
There you
saying.
go. Also, maybe a cut would be great. 25 cents.
That's right. A little royalty for you.
Right?
Yeah,
Just for giving you the idea,
that's right.
Help a girl get through school, so.
That's good. Just saying. So, question: do you have any advice for somebody who wants to get into voice acting?
Sure. I think the first thing that I always say to aspiring voice actors is you have to remember that you are an actor first. So any kind of training you can get, stage experience, acting classes, improvisation is probably my favorite one as far as being prepared to work in the booth for anime, because everything happens so fast, and you really have to think on your feet. So not that you're going to have to make up a lot of things, but you do have to broaden your scope of how you think the character is played, and your dynamics and your speed, and how you think the voice should sound. So all that to say is training and skill. Once you do that, then you can start thinking about building some sort of voiceover demo.
Yes.
Mommy, is your list of questions been exhausted or somewhere?
Actually, I was going to ask about Elias, because we haven't really gotten into Elias Ainsworth at all in this.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite line that you got to do with him, like an interaction at any point with that character specifically?
I love him. He has his own acting challenges, and I'm hoping that we're going to get a season 3 one of these days. We have lots of fans that ask about it. They ask myself and Danny Chambers all the time about that. It's a very interesting challenge to play a character who is basically emotionless.
Right.
It
Well, and
sounds like it would be easy.
putting you have to put a humanity spin on him too. That's a complicated thing because he's not.
Right.
He's not at all. Yeah. So
Right. And not that we're ever taking on the guise of Mr. Spock or anything like that, but that everything fits within. Everything has to be reasonable with Elias. It is this way. It is this way. It's either truth or not. But in his pursuit of trying to understand what human emotions are, that in itself has its own challenge, because you can hear him really trying to understand when Chise is having an emotional moment or being caught up in something, or someone around Elias is being caught up in something, and he's thinking, you can almost hear the gears turning in there, and he's like, that's interesting. I'll have to think about that, how that makes you feel. Was that an emotion? I don't know. Someone explain that to me. So he's got his own challenges, but I really enjoy portraying him. So I hope we get a season 3 soon.
yeah. I see Mark dropped in the chat down here that next year will make 10 years. So that would be a good time to start working on season 3. Hint, hint, everybody that's
Yeah. How about season 3 and
in
4?
charge of that? Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go. Very cool. Well, thank you for joining us today. You've been an amazing guest. We appreciate you.
Thank you
Tons
so
of
much.
characters under your belt, and we know your time is precious. So we appreciate you coming out.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a blast.
Brian Mathis, everybody. So thank you.
Thanks, y'all.
Join us next week. We're going to have actor Jeremy Miller, who played Ben Siever in Growing Pains, as well as Linus in Peanuts. Super excited to have him joining us next week. Same time, same sandbox. We have a couple Comic-Cons coming up. We have Brazoria Comic-Con coming up on the 28th of February and March 1st down in Lake Jackson. We also have Mombi?
Pop Culture Con coming up March 14th and 15th. I will be there all weekend. And CJ, what?
That's in Spring, Texas?
Yes, in Spring, Texas. That is at the hotel whose name I forget right this moment. I'm sorry.
It's in Spring, Texas. I'll be there. Mombi will be there, and Yukita will be there just a little bit on Saturday.
Because we
Are limited
have
time because I have stuff to do.
some of the Monster High creators and voices will be there, so we'll be doing a group cosplay, which CJ is going to be Gulia in. Thank you very much. So that's clear. Inside joke. Anyway, but clarifying things. So you guys, if you want to join that, y'all are welcome to, but drop it in our Facebook group stuff and we will sign you up. Until then, make sure you're following us and share this out so other people can learn. 107 characters is amazing. So thank you again for joining us tonight, Brian. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you.
And make sure you're following Mommy Rilla, CJ Peterson, and Yukita Cosplay on all the things, guys. Until next time, I got my camera on the other side today. Mischief managed. Bye.